Hello, hello. So, I'm rarely on a live video because I can't really get it to go through all the time. But today, feeling the energy, feeling the power, and we're going to go for the live. So, today is the day of love. If you haven't checked out my YouTube video from this morning, go do that. We have a reading on there and a little bit of information. But what we're really going to focus on today is self-love. Yes, giving love is a part of Valentine's Day, a part of, ancient ceremony when it comes to the Romans, when it has to do with this day. But we're going to show love to ourselves for Valentine's Day, because if we can't show love to ourselves, the love we're showing to others isn't fully there. Hello, darling. How are you today? Happy day. So in my YouTube video, we did the reading for today, which was really interesting. So right now, what I'm going to talk a little bit about is what we're going to be doing this evening and how we're going to go about it and how you can kind of bring this experience into your home. So the way I'm going to be doing this is a little differently. So I put a post up about how I was going to do heart chakra activations tonight. And if you participate in that, you're going to get a free little self-love guide to guide you through the coming time. So I was originally going to do these as personal sessions, but instead I am going to switch it up. So if I messaged you about what was going on tonight, if you showed interest in the ceremony I was going to do, things are going to change a little bit. And because this is going to be a group healing collective, price is going to drop as well. So what is going to be going on today is we're going to be talking about self-love. We're going to be talking about our heart chakra. So our heart chakra is so important because it balances divine masculinity and femininity, which resides in all of us. It has nothing to do with gender. It is a side, they are both sides that we all possess and that we all access. So your heart chakra is going to be the balance of those two divine energies. From there, the heart chakra is also the balance between the physical plane and the spiritual plane. So the physical plane is the bottom three chakras. So you have your root, sacral, and solar plexus, which reside below the heart. And those are going to be related to masculine energies. And then it's going to balance the spiritual realm, which is your top three chakras. So your throat, third eye, and crown. And what that is going to be based off of is feminine energies. So we have the heart that's balancing all of these different things. So if your heart chakra is unbalanced or you have clouding, you can really feel an unbalance in all the properties that you're possessing within yourself and essences. So if you are unbalanced, you may be more in the physical realm and not being able to connect in the spiritual, or more masculine energy running through you lately and not as much feminine. So the heart holds a really important place. Now, when we talk about the heart chakra in resonation with color, we're looking at green and pink. So it's kind of like a watermelon. The outer shell is going to be green and the inner portion is going to be pink. Now, all of your chakras are energy centers that run throughout your body, okay? So this is the center one. So you have 3 on the bottom, 3 on top, 7 total. And you have your heart sitting in the center. So what is going to happen tonight when I do this group healing is we're going to use a Reiki vessel. So since I planted my intention garden, I blessed and took the time to bless all of my little pots, which actually worked out really well because I have some left. So this is what I'm going to use tonight for the session. Anyone who is interested, their name is going to be written on a little piece of paper with Reiki symbolism of healing and power, unity, all of that. And they're going to be placed in this container. Along with this container, we are going to give offerings to Aphrodite. Now, Aphrodite is the goddess of love, but we want to think of love as a two-dimensional, as more than just this warm energy, because with love comes really immense power. Aphrodite is someone that I absolutely connect with, and I've been channeling quite frequently lately. I've been asking for her help. I have been using her guidance to just let love and confidence flow throughout my life. She is actually the one that is said to have put the Pisces constellation into the stars, which is very empowering for me because I am a Pisces stellium, which means I have more than 3 Pisces placements in my chart. I actually have 4 Pisces placements, which is very rare to have that many. It basically means just like you are very embodied of the essence of that horoscope. So she was also involved in the Pisces legend. She plays an integral part in that. So as we're coming from Aquarius into Pisces as well, we have a lot of different energies happening, all based really around Aphrodite. Now, Aphrodite also has relation to Cupid, Valentine's Day. So that is why we are honoring Aphrodite, or why I have been choosing to honor Aphrodite, and I think that she is going to be very, very powerful to send offerings to for everyone who's going to participate in this ceremony. So some of the offerings that I'm going to be using are all offerings that I have collected from the shores of Lake Tahoe. If you don't know, Lake Tahoe is one of the 20 ancient wonders of the world. It is one of the deepest lakes in the entire world. It's over 2 million years old, and besides it being this ancient geographical ongoing, you know what I'm trying to say, I totally just brain farted, it also holds a lot of mystic power. So the native people who used to live here told lots of stories about a monster coming out of the water, which is why no one in the tribes back then would go into the water really for any purposes besides for food and that type of thing. It was said that a giant beast would come out of the middle of Lake Tahoe, and it was metallic looking, and as it came up, all the water would drain inward, so anyone in the water would get taken. Now, 2 and 2 together, I really put that. Now, ancient peoples really didn't know how to describe this besides a metallic bird. What do you think automatically? I personally think spaceship, extraterrestrials, oh, the gods, blah, 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 da. So I have been really experiencing some amazing things since living in this area. My husband as well, when we first moved here, was experiencing different dreams and everything. So what a better place to collect offerings for an ancient goddess who emerged from the sea. Now, another thing about Aphrodite is it said she was not born, and there's a really funny story behind it, but she emerged from the sea as a product of the earth and the water and everything of the sort. So we have offerings collected from Lake Tahoe, which is an ancient wonder of the world, a national treasure, and just holds a lot of mystic ancient power within it. If you ever want to look into some of the other mythology around Lake Tahoe, I totally recommend that you do. It is super, super interesting. Jacques Cousteau actually did filming at the bottom of Lake Tahoe, and he took all of that information with him to his grave, stating that humanity was not ready for what lies at the bottom of Lake Tahoe. So, that was a little spur of information, but reason why I think it is so powerful to collect from the shores of Lake Tahoe, just with how old it is, with all the legends attached, and when we are offering to Aphrodite, because she did emerge from the sea. So, we have our blessed Reiki vessel, which your names are going to be put into with Reiki symbolism on them. And then we have these offerings from Lake Tahoe, which will be laid inside as well. Okay. Around the sides, we are going to be using 2 jasper pieces. Now, the reason I'm choosing 2 jasper pieces is because green resonates with the heart chakra. So the elephant is my spirit animal, which is why I have this, and which is why I'm going to be using this. Also, elephants are connected to Buddhism. They are connected to just wisdom in general and so many powerful magical things. So we have an elephant, and then we're also going to be using the pyramid. Now, we're using the pyramid because of the ancient symbolism and because it points power upward to the gods. So we're going to be placing these along the sides of our Reiki vessel that has your names in it. Offerings will be placed in as well. I'm not going to put offerings in here yet, just because I'm going to do this as a ceremony later. So how this is going to be done is, it is going to be on a basis of whoever wants to be involved. There is no limit, no number. I have multiple of these, so if I need to fill up 3 of them, I will. What it's going to be is going to be only $15 to be a part of this. I really want to give, hell, let's do $14 because it's Valentine's Day. So $14 to be involved in this heart chakra healing. You're also going to receive that mini self-love guide. Just so you know, everything that's put in this offering is going to be in place, not touched, charging, until the new moon on February 24th, because we want to bring all that self-love into the intentions we're going to set on the new moon. So on the 25th, after the new moon, I will remove the stuff from this, but I really think it's important to keep that love harnessing, growing, and those offerings within an Aphrodite present to the people who want to be involved. So what did I say? $14 because it's Valentine's Day. So if I messaged you earlier when it was going to be a personal thing, I don't know why I've been really, really drawn to doing group stuff recently. I just think there's way more power in it when you're putting so many people together. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's definitely power when you're working things with yourself. But for me to be able to put something out for a group, it's going to be so much more of, you know, a collective experience, and we kind of all are soul family. So if you're just hopping on the video now, I'm going to be done shortly, and I would definitely rewatch just because there is a lot of really good information about what we're going to be doing tonight with our ceremony and Aphrodite and everyone we're calling upon. Also, the YouTube video I posted, it is in the Divination Dreamer group, and if you are subscribed to my YouTube channel, you should have gotten a notification on that. If you are subscribed and don't have notifications turned on, please turn them on, because why not? You never know when I'm going to pop in. What was I going to say? Okay, so before we do go, I want to talk a little bit about these different phases of retrograde and why I'm going to be leaving this ceremonial jar with your heart activations going until the new moon, besides the fact that we want to keep that self-love brewing until that new moon so it can be added into our intentions that we've set forth. I also just want to talk about the different retrograde phases that we're going through and why this is going to be so important, showing your self-love and being a part of this group healing process. Because, you know, covens are groups of, you know, witches, so to speak. They are groups of people that put power together. Now, if we're all putting our power into one, that amplifies the power, amplifies the intention. So if we're all healing our heart together, that is an amazing vibration that's being set forth from this instance, okay? So let's talk a little bit about the levels of retrograde we're going to go through and the phases, so you'll see the whole connection and everything that's going on. So February 2nd through the 16th, so almost up, we are in, I just have my notes right here because I can't really remember that much stuff like that. We are in a pre-shadow period. So during this pre-shadow period of retrograde, which is going to end on the 16th, old ideas are becoming new. And I want to relate this to life in general. I did, what was it, yesterday or the day before, I did $20 quick reads, which is something I did when I started my business, and I really, really enjoyed it. So that's something I think I'm going to keep doing. Also, this Reiki vessel enchantment, I had a memory on my story on my Facebook from a year ago, and what was I doing today? I was doing Reiki box sessions, which I used to do at the beginning of my business as well. So kind of transforming and adding the value to these new ideas, okay? Or old ideas, you know, transforming them. So that's what the pre-shadow period is all about. You start to see the old and the past kind of come through, anything you were working with, but you see them in the light you're currently focused with, okay? So then February 17th through March 10th, we have us going into retrograde. Now that's going to be through Aquarius, air sign, and moving into Pisces, which is a water sign. So Pisces can be a lot for people that are not used to having a Pisces energy. Like I spoke about in the beginning of the video, I am a Pisces stellium, so I have more than 4 placements of Pisces in my chart. So this is a time that for me, you know, I really can cultivate with and harness with because I'm used to it. But Pisces brings with it a lot of outer worldly, imaginative emotion, escapism as well. Pisces is very all about escaping the real world. So there's a lot of stuff happening now. In impact with that, we are in retrograde. So retrograde, as we know, brings up old stuff from the past. So don't let these emotions carry you away, okay? Think normally with them, allow them to be, respect that you're feeling them, and just be with them, but also don't let your boundaries be crossed during this time. So there's a very big balance that needs to come along with this energy while we're in retrograde, because we want to feel into our emotions, but we also don't want to cross any emotional boundaries, okay? And that's why this in our heart chakra is going to be so important in this whole instance with retrograde happening. So that is going to go through March 10th. Now this will end on February 24th with the new moon, okay? So from March 9th, 10th through March 29th, we have Mercury stationary direct until it is leaving retrograde. So when things are direct, they start to come back to us, and as they leave, we start to come back into the present moment. So you are going to be becoming aware of old things that have turned into new lessons. So a re-examination, a healing, so to speak, because when we become aware and change our perspective and learn lessons of our past selves, we heal that part of ourselves. Another reason why leading up to the 24th and this time when retrograde is going to go into stationary connection and then be leaving is so important, because we need to feel in our heart, we need to know, we have to open up, be aware, and balance all of that, okay? So you're going to return to normal, and with that, you're going to have new formulated ideas of your perspective of life, okay? So big things about these phases of retrograde, and today, the day of love, showing self-love to ourselves, and working with, hello Jen, I'm going to be finished soon, and I have some really cool information at the beginning of the video as well, just so you know. What was I saying? I totally got myself off track. Anyways, day of love, all of that is so important because we really want to focus on this balance. We have this heart chakra balance that's coming through that we really need to activate and, you know, have those offerings going to. So tonight's ceremony is going to be $14, and you're going to receive your own mini self-help guide. We're going to be doing all of these offerings and set up and using Reiki symbolism to harness and balance the heart chakra and move forward into everything that's going on. Hello everyone that's jumping on right now. I am almost done, but I'm so excited to see you. I know I never put anything out about like going live ahead of time because I'm definitely one of those people that like, if I'm not feeling it, I like can't do it. You know what I mean? One thing I also wanted to drop in, just because we do have a bunch of new people that have joined this group, maybe you haven't been following me for the last, you know, year or so. All my videos are incredibly informal. I feel not as connected with people when I watch them and it looks like they got totally ready for their video. I don't know what it is. So that's something that like I don't do. So yeah, you're gonna see me a lot of times just like chilling in my bed like I am now, or in my video I post on YouTube this morning, you know, I'm just kind of no makeup, all crazy hair, but that's how I am in real life, and that's the type of persona that I want to put forward to you, you know, not something that I make up and present to you. Not that I'm saying that if you get ready and stuff for your videos that's wrong, because it's not. Everybody's experience is their own. I just feel a disconnection when, you know, if I'm not presenting myself exactly how I am to everybody else in my universe. Okay, so, oh, this is what I was going to finish with. Retrograde, Pisces, Aquarius, moving into Pisces, Aphrodite, Cupid, day of love, balance, heart chakra, all those things we talked about throughout this video, and all these phases of retrograde we're going to go through. Keep an eye on your sixth sense, your intuition. Those are your gut feelings. Those are what are really going to push you forward, move you through. And there's that balance that we talked about. Remember though, feel all those things, know all those things, but still keep your emotional boundaries where they are. People are going to be affected so differently by all of this energy, depending on, first of all, where they're at in their journey, where their placements are in their charts, and what they are willing to open their eyes to and allow into their lives. Okay? So, much love. If you haven't checked the YouTube video from this morning, please go ahead, subscribe if you want, so then you just get the notifications, since, you know, no planning for me. I kind of just pop in and out with videos. So excited to be doing this fun little offer for you today, and really, really powerful, like I said, when we talked about what we're going to be offering in the stones and symbolism behind those that we're going to be using. So, yeah. All right, perfect. Happy Love Day, everybody. I hope to have you in our little ceremony this evening, and I can't wait to send you that self-help guide or self-love guide, mini guide to get you through. Now, if the ceremony is not something you want to be a part of, you can purchase the guide for $14 as well. But if you do want to be in the ceremony, the guide is yours for free. All right, much love. Maybe I'll see you later. Who knows?